Disarmament is a broad spectrum of unilateral, bilateral, multilateral or regional measures and agreements to eliminate, regulate, limit or reduce armaments, armed forces and military expenditures, and limit or prohibit the development, testing, production, deployment, proliferation, transfer and use of arms. Disarmament is motivated by several major goals: maintaining international peace and security, preventing and resolving armed conflict, protecting civilians, and promoting sustainable development. Disarmament is an essential component of the three core pillars of the United Nations. In the field of peace and security, disarmament assists in preventing arms races, reduces the possibility of conflicts, strengthens international norms through multilateral negotiations, deliberations and consensus, enhances military transparency and promotes trust and confidence amongst member states. In the field of human rights, disarmament prevents illicit arms trafficking to human rights violators, helps to protect unarmed civilians, prevent the exploitation of children in armed conflict, and brings an end to acts of gender-based violence, and strengthens the mainstreaming of gender and the role of women in peace and security. Finally, regarding sustainable development, disarmament contributes to the 2030 Agenda on Sustainable Development, particularly Goal 16 on peace, justice and strong institutions, supports processes of post-conflict reconstruction and reintegration, assists in humanitarian demining and removal of explosive remnants of war, and promotes reallocation of resources from military to economically and socially productive purposes. Some of the objectives in pursuing disarmament include a world free of nuclear weapons, the total elimination of biological and chemical weapons, robust humanitarian standards to prevent the illicit arms trade, an end to landmines, cluster munitions and other indiscriminate weapons, preventing terrorists from acquiring arms, particularly weapons of mass destruction, an open, secure, stable, accessible and peaceful cyberspace, transparency and accountability in military imports and exports and in military spending, meaningful controls on emerging weapons technologies to protect civilians from unaccountable harm, building partnerships with governments and civil society organizations, and disarmament and development to build a world free from fear and want. Some of the measures taken by the international community include negotiating multilateral treaties and other agreements on disarmament and non-proliferation, deliberating on disarmament and related international security issues, prohibiting, restricting and dismantling weapons of mass destruction, accounting for, controlling and eliminating weapons, preventing and eradicating the illicit trade of small arms and light weapons and other conventional weapons, disarming, demobilizing and reintegrating former combatants, preventing stockpile diversion and enhancing physical stockpile security and management, and destroying landmines and removing explosive remnants of war. Additional actions include engaging in dialogue to advance security and confidence-building measures, including promoting transparency, reductions in military expenditures and limits on the arms trade. Researching disarmament and related international security issues, and supporting educational initiatives to promote peace, disarmament, non-proliferation and international security.